Hi guys, my name is Prashant Chauhan and today's video is all about how to interlink your GoDaddy domain with your Hostinger hosting. So here you will learn interlinking domain from different website, means from GoDaddy to the different website for hosting, which is Hostinger, right? We will learn how to interlink them, and then we will work upon the H panel of hosting, where we will learn how to install SSL to make your website secure, and then we will install our WordPress website, right? I have noticed that there are certain problem with my audio, so just I beg your pardon for that voice, because there are some system control which gone wrong while I was recording that video. So just ignore the audio part little bit, because it may sound a little bit robotic to you. So just ignore that one, listen it properly and follow the process which I am going to share in the screen, and I really hope that you will learn something good today. So let's start the process now. We are going to set up a website in WordPress, and for that one we need to have two things. The one is your domain, second one is your hosting, because we are going to interlink these two places. The domain name is your name, that will be reflected on internet, and the hosting is the place where you are going to save your data, like your text, your coding, your videos, your graphics and other stuff like the blogs. Also that will be stored in a place on internet. We call that place hosting. So here we require two things, the domain and the hosting. So most of the people generally do, they go buy domain and hosting from GoDaddy, but sometimes what happens, there's just the restrictions of GoDaddy. You may not be able to add free SSL, or sometimes you feel like you are stuck with GoDaddy hostings. In that case, we suddenly go for some other hosting providers, third-party hosting providers. Today, we are going to work upon Hostinger, or some other places again which we can buy or hosting. The process will be the same, right? I believe, yes, buying domain from GoDaddy is really good, because GoDaddy provides a very sustainable service in domain. But buying hosting from Hostinger will have certain benefits actually. Okay, and I'm going to discuss that in between this recording, right? So now let's just start with the first step, that we are going to check that is our domain available, because Shweta has already bought her domain from GoDaddy. So I'm gonna log into her GoDaddy account, and then let's see, is our domain available. So let's just go to domains, and yes, of course we have this domain available, southindianeats.com. so we have this domain available. Do we have anything else here? So no, we do not have anything else, because we already only purchased the domain. Here's the thing, once you buy a domain from GoDaddy, you certainly come to this page. This page, again, I'm going to let you know that where you can find this page. You need to go to godaddy.com, or wherever you are from. Just type GoDaddy, the first link will come. Go sign there with the login accounts, and you will see this kind of information. You just go to My Products, and once you go to the My Products, you will find this data. Okay, your domain, and set up DNS and manage. You need to stay here, because in future we need to work upon this DNS part. DNS stands for domain name server, right? It means this is a place from where you are going to interlink your domain with your hosting, right? So you just come to this page and stop it here. Now we need to go for hosting. So we are going to buy hosting from different place. So today we are going to work upon Hostinger, because I believe that is a really good place to buy hosting from. Okay, so I'm gonna open the link so that we can directly jump into the same portion where, alright, so I'm just going to the bottom of my website where I have kept the social media link of my YouTube page. And I'm doing this because in future, if you want to understand how to do this in Hindi, or want to follow the process, I think there is a video that I have put here. So let's just go with this video. Okay, how to buy hosting from Hostinger. Simply click it. Right, there is a step-by-step process through which you can buy hosting, whether we are going to follow the same procedure today. So yeah, So here's the link that we can follow to open the Hostinger hosting. So I'm gonna click this. So once I clicked it, it's gonna take us to the main profile of Hostinger, right? So Hostinger is one of the best hosting providers all around the world, right? So what we need to do, we need to just choose a best plan for us, right? Best web hosting. You see, this is the web hosting, single web hosting, because we are going to launch a single website. So we are going to work upon this 79 rupees per month hosting, which is not exactly the 79 rupees per month. I'm gonna tell you the pricing here, but the thing which is important here to understand is this: that you can launch one website. If in case you are someone who are going to work upon multiple projects, you wanna create multiple websites for different clients, you certainly will choose this program, which is of 139 rupees per month, right? This program has some benefits. You see, you can launch up to 100 websites into that, right? Plus some SSD data. SSD data is very much important. Whatever hosting you are buying, make sure that you are using SSD storage, because if you generally see, if you buy a laptop or computer, you understand this part, that there are two kind of memories, HDD and SSD. So SSD is very fast. Same happens because you are using internet space, so that again needs to be SSD, so that your server will speed up in future. Once you manage these things, like you see, my website should come open within 2 seconds, 3 seconds, then it needs to have a proper super speed server, and that is here. SSD stands for the same process, right? Okay, so I told you two things. If you are looking out for one single website, you will go with this plan. If you have multiple website projects, then you will choose probably these two, right? Again, if you go below here, you see there is a free SSL. Okay, there is a free SSL. Sorry, just here. Yeah, it's free SSL. Along with that, you will get one email account. So what is email account? It means in this case, as our domain is something like, let me tell you, southindianeats.com. So you will get a professional email. It means prashant@southindianeats.com, right? Or contact@southindianeats.com. So it's not like something you need to buy southindianeats.com, southindianeats@gmail.com. So you don't need to go for the Gmail account here. You will have your own personal email account. So that's again, it's a good point. Apart from that, you'll get 100 GB bandwidth, which is very high. It's really good. Managed WordPress, acceleration. If you are not satisfied with the services, you can get 30 days money back here also, right? You get two databases. Databases are something that you are going to store your entire data into the one, right? Now it's about the one which I am going to use, but apart from them, you need to go through with these also, so that you can understand this part, like what is mentioned here, how and what you're getting. You're getting SSH. What is SSH? Just hover around with this question mark and you'll get to know what SSH is all about, right? Apart from SSL, what is SSH? Okay, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited WordPress hostings. It can handle visitors. How many visitors? Around 25,000 visitors monthly, right? This is again a very good point to understand, like, okay, this website that we are going to buy, hosting that we are going to buy, can handle 10,000 visitors monthly, which is pretty decent. It's not a bad one, it's a really good one. Okay, so as per your need, you can choose it. That's what I'm telling you. Choosing a hosting service provider is very initial but very crucial step, right? Okay, so understand this part. So let's just go further to choose our hosting service here. I'm gonna choose this 79 rupees per month, and we need to go to add to cart. Now here comes the catch. You will get this hosting for 79 rupees per month if you buy it for 4 years. You see, if you buy it for 4 years. But generally people are starting it and they're not sure about this website or this business go for a longer period of time, or will I be able to sustain for that much time. So they generally go like, okay, for the first time I just want to go with a 1 year package, and then in future if I'll be comfortable, I'll go with the 4 years. Okay, so the prices will be the same if you buy for 4 years later on also, right? Here we are going to work upon the 12 months package, in which it will cost you 139 rupees per month. Alright, so this is again has a good savings also, right? Okay, so the subtotal will cost you around 1668 rupees. Okay, 1668 rupees. So it's pretty good. I think there's some Black Friday sale going on, because the last time I remember it was costing around 1960 rupees. Here I'm getting it for 1668, which is pretty decent. Alright, in this case we need to sign up here, so we need to create our account. So I would ask Shweta to write down her email ID here. Can you please write down your Gmail ID? Always check twice that your email ID is correct, because you're going to get the receipt and all the details inside your email only, right? So it's completely fine, I think. Yeah. Now it's pretty easy. You can choose which payment method you want to go ahead with. Like here, Shweta needs to check like whether she wants to go with the UPI or Paytm or anything. Kindly choose the preferred method. Don't worry. Okay. Oh, it's costing 1968, including taxes and everything. So okay, it's giving us Cloudflare protection plus SSL certification activation. Great. Great. All right. So it is including the taxes and everything. It's again costing 1968 rupees, which I was thinking, right? So for now, we are going to choose submit secure payment. Cool. Now you can stop sharing your screen and put all the details. And once you buy that, start sharing your screen one more time. We have purchased our hosting from Hostinger, and now here comes the second process, and that is interlinking hosting with domain. So why is it important? You are going to tell internet, just in a layman language, that this name belongs to this place, right? We have purchased different setup, so we need to interlink it. If somebody is calling this particular domain name, then all the data should fetch from this space, so we need to interlink. Okay, so now how would we do that? As I told you while we were working upon our GoDaddy, that we need to work upon DNS, domain name server. So now let's just go ahead with Hostinger and see what is inside Hostinger and what are the things we need to do here. Okay, so Shweta has set up a very basic thing, like she has put the password for the account, she just made the payment, and now we are at this place. Now here we go with the start now. So we are going to start it. A few details. If you want to put these details, it's fine. Otherwise, click escape. It's asking you like which platform you wanna launch, right? So you can choose WordPress, but we are going to choose skip, and I'll start from scratch. Okay, so it's asking you name your website. It all starts with a grid domain. So do you need to buy a domain, or you already have an existing domain? So we do have an existing domain, so we are going to select the second option. Now it is going to ask you write down the name of your domain, right? So we need to copy the domain name and paste it over here. So this is our domain name. Yes, this is a very precise work, so make sure that you do whatever you're copying and everything, that needs to be very exact. No space, nothing. Right, so we have used our domain name, which was there in GoDaddy. If you're doing for the first time, just buy a domain from GoDaddy. It's very simple. Just go to godaddy.com and simply buy a domain. Then it's fine. Active domain was found. It means this domain has been purchased, so it is active. That's completely fine, right? Okay, so these are the two name servers that we are going to work upon. So let's just continue for now. So we are going to check that DNS at GoDaddy. Okay, you see these are the two name servers here, right? These two name servers are here. So we need to change these name servers because it's already been set up here, the domain control. These are the two setups that you can see here, that these are the name servers. So we are going to change these name servers, but in later period. For now, let's just continue. Okay, server location. So let's just choose any server location nearby. So we do not want server far from the place you are living in, so we definitely want something near to India. Right, anything which is, no, I think there's no near server. Where's UK? That is again here. Europe, Netherlands, and this is one. Okay, Lithuania, right? So this is the, okay, it's almost almost similar, right? So we're going to choose the United Kingdom server. So fine, finish, setup. Okay, it's asking you to wait for at least 3 minutes or at max 3 minutes. It's going to set up things. So uploading files. Let's see that what comes next. Well, this is the same process that you need to follow if you buy some other hosting also, right? So it is almost similar, right? Here you will get hPanel, and somewhere if you're buying from HostGator or some other places, you may get cPanel, right? So there's not much difference in between them. Okay, you're almost there. Connect your domain, view your website, and control panel. So we may need these three things, but we are going to start with the first one. We need to connect our website. Okay, so simply click over connect. Okay, let's start. It's telling you to use these two name servers, right? What is telling you? Log into GoDaddy, find old name servers, change to Hostingum name servers. It's pretty mentioning everything, right? So we're going to copy these one by one and gonna change it inside this particular option. So I'm gonna start it one more time at GoDaddy, that I don't want anybody to get confused. Simply go to my products. Inside my product in GoDaddy, you need to go to DNS, right? At the domains section, you need to go to DNS. Scroll down until you find name servers. Right here, you can find the name server. Sorry, it's pretty. Press change, and here it will ask you to connect my domain to a name server. So you need to look out for the bottom line, which is right. Enter my own name servers. Okay, so we have used different name servers, so we need to enter our own name servers. So we're gonna click that one, and here you need to paste those two name servers from Hostinger one by one here, right? So the first one, it's here, and the second one, let's just copy it. Here's the second one. Copy this and paste this here, right? Just save. It will ask you, do you want to continue? Because if you continue, you will lose your website, earlier website. So yes, we want to continue because we do want to change our hosting. So let's just continue. Done. Success. So it may take around 48 hours to work upon this one, right? Generally it takes 3 hours, or sometimes within minutes it happens, but it takes it gives you the almost time period that it takes to get converted if something wrong happens here. So don't worry about it. It's changed. Let's just refresh it and see if it is changed. So we're going to refresh and see our name server. Is it changed? Yes, it's changed. You can see the name servers is changed from domain control to DNS parking, right? DNS parking. So it's changed now. So we are done here. So let's just press continue. All set. So it will take around 24 hours to complete the interlinking, because they interlink all over the world. It regulates, it gives signals to all the servers inside the world who are fetching the data, like which website is launching, which domain is interlinked with hosting. So all this data is in the internet. So it is giving the response to servers like this website domain is now interlinked with this hosting now, right? So this kind of information is set to the world, and it takes around 24 hours, but I'm telling you it happens quickly. So let's just check that if it is done or not, right? So finish. So once finish, I'm gonna click here. Right, so here it's got view your website. Look at the goodness you have made so far, but we haven't created a website by now. So let's just we are going to create a website. We need to go to the control panel first. So let's just go to control panel, and we are going to launch our WordPress website. Okay, so in control panel here you need to find out one place where installer, right? So we are going to go to this installer, right? But before going there, I want to show you a few things about it. Everything is here, like accounts, your details of your Hostinger account, your email account. If you want to create your own email account, as we have discussed, you got one email account of your own, you can create it from here. If you want to create subdomains like blog.yourwebsite.com, right, you generally go to Google and see like forms.google.com, right, slides.google.com. so slides dot is what? It's a subdomain which is a part of your main website. Google.com is a main website, and slides.google.com is a sub website of google.com, where you will get all the details related to slides. So if you want to create something for your websites, you will go to this subdomain and some other domains as well. If you want to add some more websites, so here you can add more websites, right? So this again I'll cover it in later parts, but you need to understand these things. I'm just giving you a hollow view of it, how it's working. So we need to go to this auto installer, right? Just click over auto installer, and here we are going to choose WordPress, because we are going to work upon the WordPress, which is one of the best platforms. 64% websites in the world has been created in WordPress, which is very awesome. Okay, so here you can see this is HTTP, not HTTPS, right? So definitely we're not going to install it right now, because we need to enable our HTTPS first, right? So see at the top, you see there is SSL and one written. So click over SSL, and this is pending data entry, right? So let's just set up southindianits.com. yes, install SSL. Follow it step by step as I'm doing. You need to do that. It's installing the SSL. You see status installing. So right, we have already SSL, right? So just go back and let's just go to hosting. Great, we have everything here. So I'm just going to click over manage. Okay, so we are back. Follow the same process. Once you go to this, click over SSL, activate your SSL secure socket layer, because it's activated now. We can see that it's activated. If it is activated, just hover around over hosting. You see right next to the home, you see the hosting option at the menu. Click over hosting. Now you see southindianits.com. Simply go to manage, and again follow the same process. We need to go to website and auto installer, choose WordPress, and then here now you will see HTTPS also, right? So it means it's secure, and having secure connection is very much important. All right, so we are going to leave subdirectory empty. We are not going to use this one. Here is the thing, guys. So we need to put username, email ID, and password. These three things, please write it down and save it in Google Sheets, because you may need that. It is the login ID for your WordPress account. This has no connection with your hosting or your domain, nothing. Now it's left behind. Now we are working upon our website. To log in your website, to make changes inside your WordPress website, you need to have your username and password, and that username and password needs to be created right over here. Okay, for example, now we are going to create username. Here's the password which you need to put. So kindly create a password for yourself. Great. Website title, so kindly write down the name of your website here. Don't worry if you just leave your website title and anything, or it's mistaken, don't worry about it. Only thing which is required here is your username and a password. This should be correct, and anything that you can change later on. Even the username and password you can change later on. So don't worry about it. If in case you forget your username and password, just come back to hosting and auto installer, and here you will get all the details, right? You will get the option to edit your previous details. Okay, so Ashita has completed her basic requirements: username, password, the email ID to get information about the website, what is happening inside the website. So she has used her email ID and the website name. Okay, language is selected to be English, and nothing else needs to be done here, right? So we are going to install it. So just click over the install button and your WordPress is going to install, right? So just wait for a couple of seconds, I'll say, and it will get installed. Great, it's showing like the website has been installed. So it's showing you the way. Let's just click and see if it is installed. All right, here we go. Your website is launched. Congratulations. So we have got our website. How would we know that it is working? So simply just go to this place at the URL, type // and write down wp-admin. I'm using layman language so that everybody can understand. Look at this URL. Every time you want to go inside a website to make changes, like homepage, which is very greeny, simple hello world page, which you definitely want to change as per your customization. So simply what you need to do, just enter your URL, entire URL including HTTPS, and then put / and then wp-admin, and once you enter it, it will ask you to put down the information, the username and the password that you had created earlier. So I will ask Shweta to write down the username and password so that we can log in here. Alright, so we are going to use remember me so that we don't need to log in again and again. So simply just put remember me and log in. Great. So here we go. We have our website, right? We have everything here. So the main dashboard is here. Now you can go ahead with installing your first theme to everything, right? So I usually suggest people to go with one theme, which is Astra, which is a really beautiful theme. I think most of the people would correlate with this thing, that you need to go ahead with this one. So this is the theme in Astra. You install it, you go ahead with this one, you use the template, and you can carry on with the website. Alright guys, so I hope you learned how to interlink this and how to launch your WordPress website. In upcoming videos, I'll share how to create your website for different businesses, like for blogging, for restaurant, for gym, fitness, or for digital marketing agency, and some such certain websites. Okay, so stay tuned, subscribe the channel, and like the video, because it helps my YouTube channel to grow more, right? I'm creating these videos to help more people, because I see generally people felt this, they got stuck at some place. So here I'm creating these practical videos to make them understand the procedure of creating website easily, right? In the next video, you can expect to work upon one of the world's best page builder, which is Elementor, and a theme named as Astra, and some other themes which I believe like this is good for different businesses. So I'll let you know like how to choose a theme, and we'll work upon that theme. We'll create certain blogs, and I'll share some process which you need to understand while creating the good website, or doing the SEO, or choosing the right plugin for a website, and some hacks also, right? So keep in touch, be in touch, and subscribe to the channel, like this video, support us, support our community, and I'll see you around with some next content, right? Peace out guys.